Thank you for joining me again for another delicious glass of wine and another wonderful recipe. I made a creamy sauce pasta dish with scallops and lobster claw meat. The hand and lobster part of the the lobster claw meat, and it is so good. Of course, I added the lobster to it. It was only supposed to be scallops, but you know, I always do my own thing. I will put a link to where I got the recipe from in the description. This is just a regular glass of white wine. It's not Pinot Grigio or Riesling or anything like that, but it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It'll work. But thank you once more for joining me. You know what? It's cold now. How y'all doing? Is it cold? And guess what, guys? I just came back from Jamaica with my family, and it was such a great trip. I know I'm blabbering, but listen, I miss them. I miss them so much. Anyway, thank you once more, and cheers. And I'll see you in the kitchen. Let's go ahead and get our unsalted butter in the pot. And we're gonna let that melt a little before we add the shallots. Unsalted butter is melted, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my thinly sliced shallots. Now listen, y'all. I'm also gonna turn the stove down a little bit because I don't want these to caramelize. But I know I didn't show you all the ingredients before, but you know, I make sure I have everything on there for you. And I'm gonna let this saute for a little bit before we move on to the next step. We're gonna have our pinch of celery seeds, just a pinch. All right, I'm gonna put a little more. All right, then I'm gonna have a little pepper, a little black pepper, not a whole lot. And a little bit of salt, not a whole lot either. Literally that much salt, okay? Oh, it smells so good, y'all. Seriously, it really does. I think my shallots are ready to add the tomatoes. And we're gonna go ahead and let those, I'm gonna stir those in and let them cook for about 9 to 13 minutes. And I'm gonna turn the stove down even lower because I don't want it to be any kind of burning. All right, okay guys, just let me correct, not only you turn it down low, you're turning it to simmer, because you want this to, you know, just simmer in and blend in together. Okay, all right folks, so our next step is we're gonna have the delicious wine. All right, there's other options if you don't like wine, but you know me, y'all. Come on now. I'm actually really excited about this dish, you know, guys, because I wanted something like this, and I actually was able to make a dish like this. So that's not, you know, often. And we're gonna let this simmer down, okay, a little bit more. And I'm gonna turn this up to about medium high, and then we're going to let it cook for about 5 minutes, simmer for 5 minutes, so half of that wine can draw down a little bit. All right guys, I think my thing is a little foggy. I'm gonna turn this down, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the Worcestershire sauce, and we're gonna add the heavy whipping cream. You know, I think I'm gonna stir this in, and then I'm gonna, so you're gonna bring this to simmer as well. You're gonna let this simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. And you can let it simmer until you're ready to put the meat in. I'm gonna put the meat in a little bit, but get all that out there. And you can add salt and pepper to taste whenever you want to. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this simmer about 5 to 7 minutes. Like literally just turn it down to simmer, because I do not want this to have any crisp on it. Stir in the pot, watching that sauce get thick. Hey.
You gotta be able to stir 2 pots at one time.
And he's also stirring the
Yeah.
pasta. Look at that. He's gifted like that.
A good mechanic. Good mechanic.
Guys, my sauce is nice and thick. Joe's over there burning himself with pasta. So we're gonna go ahead and add the scallops. All right, we seasoned it with a little salt and pepper. And we're gonna stir this in.
Don't put hot pasta down your collar ever.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't know that, but okay. Anywho, we're gonna stir this in and let this cook a little bit, and then I'll add my other ingredients. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So it's been 5 minutes. My scallops are good, and I'm gonna go ahead and stir in the rest of the ingredients. Just all right, guys. So let me see if I can adjust this thing. Those are ready, my scallops, and I'm gonna go ahead and add these. They're pre-cooked lobster arms and claw. And since those are already cooked, I'm just stirring them in. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add my chives, parsley, and celery leaves. It's new. I've never done celery leaves in a dish before, but I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. And I'm just gonna let this simmer on super low for a little bit, just so everything can blend in with the flavor, and then we'll be ready to eat. And I also have like the celery leaves and parsley and all that good stuff for garnish. So I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit, and then we'll be ready to go.